creepy. Holy shit. I feel like I'm in a diving bell and the butterfly. Hey YouTube, I went to my local comic shop the other day and I was looking for a figure to get because I really wanted to get a figure, like a scale model or something like that, to put on my desk, because I have a couple of little like plush things I got at Comic-Con, which are Monster Factory, and they look cool, but I wanted something that looked like, you know, really sharp and really detailed. And I went to my local comic shop. They had a Figma Link. I didn't really want it because it was from Skyward Sword. I really like the Twilight Princess style of art, so I didn't get the Skyward Sword version. And I was looking around still, and out of the corner of my eye, after my parents left, well, my mom came with me, my brother came with me. After my mom and brother left the store, because they were going to like pay the parking meter and drive away, I was in the store and I was looking. I see out of the corner of my eye, I just see like this. It's I see like this side of the box. You can see that. I'm gonna bring it closer and fucking focus on this. But like out of the corner of my eye, I just see that, and I'm like, oh no. They had this, which is made in 2010. I was thinking about buying it online, but it costs like $60 online. It's the robot spirit of Eva Unit 1. It says test type, but it's Shinji Ikari's Eva from the show Neon Genesis Evangelion. So here's what you get right out of the box. If you decide to purchase one of these, you get the Neon Genesis Evangelion Eva Unit 1 figure, which is on the right. You get an AT field on a stand, which is in the middle. And then you get the extra parts. Here's what you get if you do decide to buy this, or even if you don't, here's what it comes with. On the top right, you can see it comes with 2 soft silicone horns, and next to that you see the Berserker head, which has a hard plastic horn on it. There is also the Eva itself with a regular head and a hard plastic horn. I took the hands off the Eva so you can see it on the side. It comes with 2 progressive knives, 2 pallet rifles, as well as a power plug, which you see on the bottom of the Eva, which is what plugs into the back of the Eva so that it can be powered. The Eva itself comes the way it is, nothing else really. If you look at the hands, starting from the top right, you see that you get 1 gun hand, even though it comes with 2 guns. Under that, you see the splayed hands. Under that, you see relaxed hands. Under that, you see 2 slightly open hands, which hold the knives. I don't know why it came with 2, though. You get 2 balled up fists, and then you get 2 hands for ripping open the AT field. On the side, you see the 2 karate chop hands that come on the Eva as soon as you buy it. That's what comes with its stock. Just to quickly show you all the movable parts on it, besides the ball joints for the shoulders, for the hands, for the feet, well, the feet aren't actually on ball joints, they're on, it's almost like a sideways moving joint, so if you could see me, you have here for the articulation and here. So it's hard to do, I don't want to break it really, but it does move left and right. It's hard to see, it's very faint, because, especially with the pad there, but if you could see that, his foot is now bent slightly to the left, and now I can bend it back. Even this is on a small ball joint so that it can maneuver around without falling off. These pop off quite easily though, so just be careful with that so you don't lose them. The knees are not on ball joints, but rather you could twist here and you can bend it in 2 sections. So it's like he does have an actual knee. It's not that the ball joint is the knee. After that, you switch up to the hips, and the hips are a weird joint. I haven't really seen many joints like this before. If you open it up, you could see in there, it's almost like a half circle where there's a ball joint internally in between here, but inside it's just a joint that moves up and down. So if you do want to move him like forward and then up and out, you will see the inside over here. You will see the giant gaping lack of another joint. For his chest, you can see this piece, it's almost free-floating in the way it sits there. It doesn't really lock onto anything, it's just part of the joint. As you can see, there's a large ball joint in there, or what I believe to be a ball joint at least, that allows you to articulate the chest, and it even goes really far forward with the way its back is, and it does bend really far back as well. So I am really impressed with how far it moves this way, and especially side to side too. It does have a lot of articulation for something with the segments in his chest. Now that I've explained the chest for the most part, I'm going to zoom in and explain the shoulders, the neck, and the head itself. As you can see, the shoulders, it looks like they're offset, but the reason is you could actually pop the shoulders up and down, almost to make it look like the Evangelion is slouching, or its arms are really far reaching, so I could pop that down, and it puts his arms farther down than they would have been. I thought that was really cool because it gives a lot more movement than it would have. If you look at the arms as well, the hands are just typical ball joints where it just rotates on the hand itself. If you look at the shoulder, the elbow, excuse me, it does give me problems sometimes because it rotates on its own when you're trying to pose it, and then you can't bend it completely. You can really only bend this about a 90-degree angle, nothing more, nothing less. If you look at the joint itself, you can see the, I guess, the pin that holds it together. But other than that, it does rotate fully, it does bend up and down, it doesn't really give me a problem or anything like that. These are also on small ball socket joints. These rotate completely forward and back. And if you look, they rotate on both sides. It even moves the shoulder pad a little bit that it's attached to. It moves it up and down. It doesn't really, disturb the way the toy looks. It just kind of shifts itself while it's moving around. Also for the head and neck, you can also see that there's a joint in there very far down that allows you to articulate the head up and down, well, the neck especially. And then there's another joint for the head, which is hard to see. But there's a ball joint right there that this is attached to, and this is on a ball socket itself. So the head can rotate, then the head can move up and down independent of the neck, and then the neck can itself move up and down. So there's a lot of detail put into this toy, and a lot of movement, especially. From the back, there's nothing really that moves. You could just see the port where you could put the charging cable in, and the spines that correspond to these in the front. That's about it. There's no really downfalls to the back side of it. Usually toys sometimes skimp on the back, but this one does a pretty good job. The backs of the knees, you can see the joints a little bit. Doesn't really make a difference though. You could also see the ball joints from the back a tiny bit, but it doesn't make a difference at all. Here's the ATU field that it comes with. You can see that it comes with a base as well. The base does have like the same pattern almost as the AT field does, except for the fact that the base is a hexagon and the AT field itself is an octagon. So I don't know if they noticed the difference between that or not, or if it was intentional or not, but that's how it is. You can see that the way it's held in place is by two tiny little prongs that go straight through the AT field. It's very light, it's very flexible, it's not going to bend. It's like a sheet of plastic, so it's not going to, tear or fold or anything like that. But there's nothing really special about it. It just comes with it. You're probably not going to use them, to be honest with you. As you can see, it also comes with a clasp that you could rotate it with. If you want to have it face a different way on the stand, you could spin it. But that's about it. There's nothing else to really, say about it. It looks very nice. I've used it once or twice, but it takes up a lot of space for something you can't really see the Evangelion through. So unless you put it sideways, it doesn't look too good, in my opinion. And here's just a quick pose to finish off this, I guess, review, or I don't know what this is really. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like the toy, go pick up one for yourselves. I guarantee you're not going to regret it. The detail on it's ridiculous. Sorry I didn't show the AT field being used with the ripping apart hands. It's just really hard to balance this toy. As you can see in the background, I actually have a printer ink cartridge right there holding the Evangelion in place, which is a good thing because I think that the power cable itself does offset the weight. So right now I have him hunched forward holding the gun. So the character itself, or the figure itself, is very, very far leaned forward. But because I have the wire attached to the back, and it's a very hard wire that you can bend and mold in any way you want, you can actually put it behind something and use it as a way to hold the Evangelion in place to make sure it doesn't tip over. Because if I just do this, it's going to fall. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Also, really quick, that's what the power plug looks like in the back, if I hadn't shown it before. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Yeah.